So this is the location, this is where the settlement is. It is in fact surrounded by three sides by Ramallah. It's a little bit north of Jerusalem, and you see it is suburban in relationship to Jerusalem, which is further down here, but it's very, very close. It's in fact a part of the city center of El Bira Ramallah. It's very close to this Palestinian urban fabric. So it's urban in the context of Ramallah El Bira, and it's suburban in the context of Jewish Jerusalem. It's a very important point in our thinking. This is before the occupation, in fact, or just
years later, yeah.
Before the actual building of the settlement. What you see here, in fact, is the water tank. This is the water tank that was serving the city of El Bira, right? It's still now in the center of the settlement, this water tank, and around the infrastructure of it, and probably you see here the beginning of the road that they were building for the Kuwaiti hotel. This ring road is still to be investigated, but may be Palestinian. The settlement was built around this Palestinian infrastructure. And this is more or less how it is today, those three. You see a full settlement sitting on a hilltop near El Bira, which is here. This is the particular land division inside and uses inside the settlement. And here you see the kind of housing. So what we're saying, although there are about more than 100 buildings in the settlement, the number of typologies is very limited. So we're speaking about the duplication of a single typology. So you have 20 of these, 15 of that, etc., etc. We need to understand how to deal with the typologies rather than, in fact, each house presenting its own problem. This is, again, some images of the typologies of the settlement. This is a very important plan because it shows before the Palestinian plan for making it into a hotel, it was owned by Palestinian farmers. And each colored shape belonged to another family. And you see the overlay of the two systems, the very rigid, repetitive, modernistic logic of the settlement, and the very sort of organic cuts of this Palestinian land ownership, which in fact follows the topography more or less of the hill.